Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Dutchman Plays Mahjong Soul. We're going to do a quick little watch of a 3-player Mahjong game. I was gonna do an AI review, but I popped open one of the best games we had, the one that I was so confident in, and it was just red all the way up and down. We were so confident that the AI was going to slather us with praise. Slather us with praise. I'm never using that phrase again. But we were completely wrong. We were absolutely wrong on every front. We surely did just get lucky in that game. The AI called us a mega bozo. And so I decided that rather than dive into another AI review when we clearly have no idea what we're doing, we'll hold off on that. We'll take our time. We will truly understand what we're doing, make a proper episode out of it, and then we will come back to the AI learning segment. But for tonight, we're just going to watch some Mahjong, a little bit of 3-player, see how things are going to go. First up, we have Mahjong Young with a Hand of Meow title. Obviously a very experienced player. They've been doing a lot recently. We got Yogurt Fuji on the right, who we saw earlier. Let's actually get the hands open in the tiles as well. And then Freebot across the way, who's got a Code Geass character. So they also have been playing for, at the very least, a little bit. Suma from Fuji. Didn't even have time to talk about the hands. Yogurt Fuji had a very efficient shape, put it together quickly, and then took the Richi, which is not a bad idea. Mahjong Young had a pair of Easts that they were waiting for. Unfortunately, Freebot had the other 2 Easts and was going for an Honors or a half flush hand, so they were never going to see each other's tiles. Over to Fuji. Calling the pay early on, getting a free tile, discarding their 1s and 9s because they're inefficient. Just hard to use unless you're going to pair them or pwn them. And if you don't start with a pair or a pwn, then it's just going to take forever to draw them. A couple of efficient shapes. Maybe they're going to make a Toy Chi-Toy perhaps? Freebot to the right as a pair of whites and reds. Obviously they'll open up at the first chance they get and just take a nice Yakuhai or 2 even. Also a Dora pair. Very nice. Mahjong Young to the left has some interesting choices to make. And let's see how interesting they want to make this hand. They thought for a very long time about that 3. And I like that idea. With a pair of greens, a pair of 8s, a 2, 3, 3, 4, they could go for the best Yakuman in the game, Ryuiso. Please drop the 3. Yes. Ryuiso is also known as all greens. You collect only greens, 8s, 6s, and then 2 through 4 of the bamboo. You can make sequences in the lower numbers, but your 6s, your 8s, your greens are going to have to be pairs or pawns. And it's just making a hand with a very select few tiles gets you that Yakuman. Still got to push a 4 through if he wants to see that happen, though. And of course, get a little bit lucky drawing tiles as well. Unfortunately, it looks like Freebot across the way has decided to go for Chi-Toy instead of reds or whites. I do not agree with the decision, and then they, I guess the 9 was the best choice. Freebot, you're messing around. You're being a goofball. Drop the 1, it's safe. Mahjong Young is still committing to their dream. And I support them in their endeavors. Freebot went for Chi-Toy to the 7 pairs hand. I don't know why they did, given that they had whites and reds. They just open up and have Dora 2. But I guess they have some defensive options. As long as they don't drop the 6 and the 3 and the bamboo, they're good to go. 8s are safe. The 6 is probably Suji. You can play a 4. The 7 as well is Genbutsu, even safer. The 4 came out across the way from Mahjong Young though, so I would not have dropped the Dora. Mahjong Young did get Tenpai for the half flush, deciding that perhaps Yakuman was not worth chasing that hard. Yogurt Fuji gets to keep their seat. Double Norris, they discard them immediately to get 2 free tiles. They got a pair of greens to open up with, and they're off to the races. Free bot starts with a couple of pairs. They have made a double-sided inside weight. And they have a couple of loose honors, but they did pair up those easts, which is the round win. They'll be able to take that if they need to. Mahjong Young to the left has an Anko of 1s, a closed pwn of 1s, and some lonely honors. The south, the whites, the greens. The south is the least powerful, given that it's not their seat win nor the round win. And I think if they wanted to go for a half flush, it'd be a bit of a stretch. The south does come out immediately. Yogurt Fuji takes a double inside weight, very efficient, very beautiful. Trying to find a way to use his Dora, but it's going to be a stretch given that they already have a 3-4. They pass on the greens. It was very interesting. I don't know what else they're going to make in their hand to account for that. If they discard this 1 later, then they'll be on a double-sided 8 green weight, and one of the greens is already gone. There's no way you're going to see the second one. Dropping the 4 after drawing the 2 is exactly what happens. And they're getting closer and closer to that double-sided weight with 1 8 and 1 green out of the game. Freebot really loves his... and he just draws the green anyways. What a scumbag. Freebot, however, is already reachy with another disgusting Cheetoy hand. 7 pairs. They paired up the east. They paired up... well, they get roaned for it. Dora pair, Dora 1. They had a Mangan. Ricci brings it to Haneman. Very good hand, but a very bad weight. Baimon is the punishment for dealing in. 3 Doras on the north, 1 in their hand, greens in the reach. Makes an almost lethal combination. Fuji starts us off with, players are probably emoting back and forth if I had to guess. That was what the delay was. They call both the Norths. We're back up to Dora 2, all ready for the dealer. And we have 3 completed blocks already with a decent pair. Freebot. Once again, staring a bunch of pairs in the face. With a hand like this, I actually kind of agree with Chitoitsu, the 7 pairs hand. Mahjong Young still in the east. It is still east round, so those are valuable. But he has a couple of inside weights he's got to pull together. The 5-6 is pretty good. But I'm guessing the 5 of pin would become the pair, leaving inside weight on the 8 and a terminal weight on the 1-2. As for the double 7, I agree. Yogurt Fuji has not advanced their hand a little bit. They drew a 3, which does make a double-sided. Yeah, that's good enough for me. They've been discarding their honors 1 by 1, just picking up tiles and keeping them. Freebot has not done anything of note. Their hand was really far away from the start. And all these pairs are just so hard to deal with. Maybe drop the 1, make an Ipeiko, so at the very least you get value if you win this hand. Yogurt Fuji, obviously waiting on the 2 and 5 of bamboo. The 2 giving them the Ipeiko, the doubled inside or the doubled weight. 2 2 3 3 4 4. The 5 also giving them Pinfu. So no matter how they make it, they're getting an extra Han out of this hand. Ricci, Pinfu, Dora 3, another dealer Mangan. And that's if they don't get anything else. A Sumo would put it to, that's the one! So no Sumo. Earl 1 is all it takes. Give him that Hanuman. Also, they had 2 Norths. I don't know why I thought they only had 1. They had Hanuman regardless. The Apeco didn't matter. The Pinfu didn't matter. Oh, dealer is stomping. This is a slaughter. Another 3 completed sets in their starting hand. Mahjong Young, I would have gone for Kokushi with a hand like that. But they call their Norths. They're committing to playing normal Mahjong, making shapes. Free bot. Some pairs, some sequences. Trying to play efficient, discarding their honors, and they're doing a good job of it, but it's just too slow compared to these Titans. Yogurt Fuji is almost at Tenpai. What are they still looking for? If they pwn the whites, they can drop the 8, or the 2, or the 5. I would obviously drop the 8, taking the 2-5 weight for an extra Dora chance. But there are no whites on the board. Nobody's got them in their hand. Freebot considering this 8 of dots, and he does keep it over the east. Immediate Riichi from Yogurt Fuji is a find the 6, giving them the Itsu chance. Itsu being the full straight. 1 of dot will give them 2 extra Han. Closed Itsu is worth 2. Otherwise, they just have Riichi Pinfu. Not even Pinfu because the White Dragons. So this is just Riichi Dora, perhaps? Riichi Dora North, and they did find an Ura as well. Another dealer manga, and that's going to kill him. That's the end of the game. What an impressive scoreline. If they had gone any higher, they would have hit that 100k. Absolutely slaughtered. And it wasn't really that hard. They just got extremely lucky. Their opponents had nothing going for them. But good play, Yogurt, taking advantage of the luck you were given. Unfortunate that Freebot just had to, for some reason, play Cheetoy every single hand. But I guess that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy this quick little watch along. If you did, please click the like and subscribe button. It really helps small channels like this one grow and reach a wider audience. And I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening. Goodbye.